Good morning. Hokkaido butter chips. My breakfast before my breakfast. Today I'm actually gonna go out to Brooklyn, Chinatown. Haven't done a regular food video in New York City in about 3 months. Hokkaido is known for their butter. These are amazing. I used to live in the Chinatown in Brooklyn, so I'm gonna show you my old neighborhood where I used to eat, and there's a few new places I gotta show you because they look absolutely incredible. Also, there's a couple of really local hidden gems that you're gonna wanna add to your food bucket list. It's too early right now though. If I go now, I can only eat some dumplings and maybe a bami and then have to sit around for 3 hours. So, I'm gonna use some chips and watch this new anime I found called Tower of God or Climb God's Tower. It's a really good anime. Also, before we go, a big thank you and shout out to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know what Fetch Rewards is, it's an app that gives you free rewards in exchange for you scanning your everyday receipts. Yeah, you know the stuff that I usually trash? Now you can eat that. Well, don't actually eat that, you know, exchange it for food first. Basically, they have thousands of participating products from cereals to diapers to stuff you use every single day. And all you gotta do is that every time you go shopping, afterwards scan your receipt. The process takes seconds. You get reward points, and once you have enough, you can exchange it for things like Domino gift cards or Burger King, other food places that you should definitely exchange these points for. The app is really easy to use. It's simple to sign up. You can see here, you take your receipt, go into your app, take a picture of the receipt. There you go. That's all it takes. You get your points, and once you have enough, go get yourself some free stuff. And it's not just grocery stores. You can scan your receipts from restaurants, from pet stores, basically everywhere. And if you don't want to go out, you just want to shop online, that's okay too. Just utilize their e-receipt feature. Then you can just earn rewards just by shopping online. So if you want to give this a try, go to the link down below, download the app, and use my promo code Mikey Chen. You're going to get 4,000 points when you scan your first receipt. This is a limited time offer for you guys only, so give it a try. Oh, and I found a really good way to eat these chips. Dip it in my hot oil. Make sure to follow me on Instagram because next batch launches, I'm gonna announce it over there. Anyone need a little firewood? I got a little bit. Welcome to Brooklyn, Chinatown, otherwise known as 8th Avenue. I spent about 3 years of my life living here. Whoa, the house I used to live at is now like a medical service. But yeah, I lived in a basement apartment on this block for over 3 years. Gotta tell you, if you ever lived in a basement apartment in New York City before, not the best of times. And honestly, this Chinatown in Brooklyn doesn't get nearly the love that the one in Manhattan and Flushing does. There's actually a lot of great food places and hidden gems here. So today, I'm gonna show you a few of them. This is a really awesome Vietnamese place I always come to for sandwiches. They have amazing bami here. Also, if you want to get like some Vietnamese snacks, shrimp chips, whatever, they've got it here. Now the problem is, where am I gonna go eat this? Whoa, someone left a full pack of chocolate wafers. Okay, I can just do the best I can with what I got. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I need a bite of this. There's a lot of great food in South Korea, obviously. Love it, one of my favorite places in the world, but one thing you can't find a lot of is great Vietnamese food, and I couldn't find a really good bami place there. And although New York is not the best place for Viet food, that place's bami, exceptional. It's one of the places I miss so much after moving away from this neighborhood. And it's so convenient. It was like 3 blocks from my house. They're open super early, like 7 in the morning. Just the most perfect breakfast sandwich. And this one I got, I love their grilled pork. I mean, it's not even just like an ordinary love. It's more like a soul-made Ross and Rachel kind of love. First of all, they give you a load of pork, and whatever sauce they're putting on this, it tastes like a combination of fish sauce and mayonnaise and just pure auntie magic. Every bite just makes my heart flutter. And even the vegetable part. Yeah, I'm complimenting vegetables. That's how much I love the sandwich. Even the vegetable part. The spicy jalapenos, the slightly sweet carrots and radish with that delightful, refreshing crunch. This is what a reunion between 2 lost friends look like. That was a great start. I know exactly where to go next. One of my favorite dumpling places where I lived here. Let me show you. This place has been around for decades. Ever since I moved to New York, which is almost 20 years ago, this place has been here. And this is my go-to place for dumplings. It's only 3 blocks from my house. And also, it's incredibly affordable.
Wow, the prices are still, hasn't really changed much. So right now you can get 10 fried dumplings for $3. Or what you can do is you can get 50 frozen dumplings for $10. That's like $1 for 5 dumplings. Handmade, big, plump, juicy dumplings. That's a great deal. I think when I used to live here, it was like $8 for 50. So it only went up like a couple bucks in like the last 10 years. The beef pancake is only $2.75. Or if you just want a sesame pancake, like $1. Oh dang, that chocolate bar is still there. No, it just feels like a trap. This is how New Yorkers are. We're suspicious of everything. Forced to do a little on the hood dining. So this is what I typically get whenever I go to this place. Order of fried dumplings, guotie, small hot and sour soup, and one of these beef sandwiches. Total $6 for this meal. Beautiful golden fried dumplings. See that nice crunch on the bottom? This is fresh out of the wok for sure. These dumplings are massive with a huge juicy filling. God, I missed that. The skin is not the thinnest on these dumplings, but when fried, it's just so crispy and satisfying. And for me, this is like partially pure nostalgia as well. This place was a big part of my dumpling diet of 2006, where I pretty much ate dumplings every single meal of the day and only stopped when I started looking like a dumpling. I mean, 5 dumplings for $1. For someone who was completely broke at the time, that's pretty much heaven. And I love this. The beef pancake. This is one of my favorite things to get at any dumpling shop. And the great thing about this is, look how big one slice of the sesame pancake is. Look how big it is. See how big that is? If you just want to get the sesame pancake, which is only $1.25, that's an amazing deal. I used to get the whole massive pancake, which I think at the time was only like $6 or something. Get a whole massive pancake, take it home. I would open a couple of bags of instant noodles and just eat like half a pancake. So 3-4 slices of this with the 2-pack of instant noodles. And this is one of my favorite things to eat because, I mean, just look how pretty it is. Sesame toasted golden brown on the outside. Inside, slices of jiao niu rou, marinated beef. This is one of the greatest things you'll ever eat. And then what I like to do is add some of that dumpling sauce mixed with sriracha onto the beef. Just let it soak into the pancake. Cover that up, and then just go to town on it. Chase it with some soup. And an even more pro move, take the pancake, dunk it into the hot and sour soup. That was a big part of how I survived in New York on a super tight budget. All this, $6. Oh wow, this place. This is my go-to pho place. I wonder how much the pho is here now. Still not bad, about $7. Also on the way to the next place, let me just tell you a little bit about this area. So if you don't know, there's 3 major Chinatowns in New York City. One in Flushing, Manhattan, and this one right here. This is called 8th Avenue, I mentioned before. There's also a bunch of little sporadic Chinatowns that popped up over the years, like the one in Elmhurst. There's one around Fort Hamilton now. But this area right here, what's really cool is that it's next to 4th Avenue. So if this is around 50th Street, so if you go to the 40s and 30s around 3rd and 4th Avenue, it's some of the best Mexican food you can find in New York City. And then if you go on the other side of 8th Avenue to like the 11th Avenues and the 60s, some of the best Italian food you can find in the city. And also this Chinatown is more Cantonese people. So you're gonna find more Cantonese type food around here. Ooh, I've never been to this place before. Look at how pretty that is. This is like the Asian version of a Christmas tree with all of our favorite edible ornaments hanging up right here. I got a roast pork over rice. $6, tax included. Feels kind of hefty. I don't know how much meat is in here yet, but they give you a ton of food for $6. Holy moly, that's a lot of meat. Wow, look at this golden red char siu covered in glaze and juice. And I ordered a half lean and half fatty. Look at this. Look at the fatty side. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Beautiful, crushed, nice layers of fat connected to the lean parts of the meat, and the sunlight just hitting this piece of meat, making it glow even more, almost like anointing it the king. And underneath, for all you veggie lovers out there, and on the bottom, rice. Oh my gosh, look at this. The juice from the meat has leaked into the rice. Not to be a vegicist, but Chinese broccoli, only broccoli I like. Oh, that's great. My heart is racing right now. Fatty pieces of sweet char siu just completely melting in your mouth. It's so rich and fatty, like I'm begging for the sweet release of that broccoli. First time those words ever came out of my mouth. Oh my goodness, this is good. Amazing sweet and smoky flavor on the char siu, accented by that glorious caramelized crust. This is a great deal. Dare I say, this is a better deal than waffle number one. You get way more meat for like $1.50 more. What a find this is. Guys, if you're ever here, get yourself one of these. Oh, that's so sad. Mr. Hot Pot is closing. That place had one of the best bone broths I've ever had in my life. Also, as you move up through the avenue, Chinatown started getting busier and busier. All right, this is a new place I've never been to before, and there's not a lot of information about it. I just saw the name, so I thought I'd come and check it out. Shanxi Mingchi. Huh, they spell Shanxi wrong, because in China there's a Shanxi and there's a Shanxi. Big difference. But they have all the classic, it looks like, yang rou pao mo, Liangpi the soup, 肉夹馍, the pork burgers. Let's see how it is. Oh, this is interesting. A stall selling kanji, 小米南瓜皮蛋瘦肉. Oh, this is good stuff. Okay, I got my kanji, I got my Xi'an food. Now I'm gonna show you guys a bun place not a lot of people know about. And that's mainly because it's all the way towards 7th Avenue. This is a super local place, and they sell all sorts of buns. This, of course, great place to get egg tarts. You know what? I gotta chance it, and I'm just gonna walk into this place and see if I can get myself an egg tart. Usually you gotta book it, but sometimes when you get lucky, they have some leftovers, they'll give you some. That's it. I got lucky. All right, I think I have enough food. You know what? One last thing. Whoa, over 2 hours later, this pack of chocolate wafers is still there. Can somebody stop by after they see this video and see if the wafers are still there like a week later? Like, honestly, it's probably just a fine pack of wafers that maybe even someone left there to you know, just give away to somebody, whoever wants to come and grab it. But because we're all so suspicious, no one takes it. All right, let's eat. First things first, the Xi'an stuff. Looks pretty. What? Whoa. What is this? Is this some kind of a sick joke? What is that doing there? If it is a joke, I am not amused. Broccoli, at least this kind of broccoli, it's not part of traditional Chinese cooking, and it certainly ain't from my hometown. So, as we say in New York, get out of here. This is the Liangpi that I got from the Xi'an place. Besides the use of that evil ingredient, looks pretty legitimate. Nice giant pieces of gluten, sprouts, chilies, and Liangpi looks pretty soft. That's really not too shabby. Could use a bit more vinegar, but overall, not bad at all. Chili's got a good amount of heat. Texture of the Liangpi, super springy and smooth. Yeah, like I said, a little more vinegar. This would be perfect. Very nice. I got the 2 types of burgers. Whoa, look at this. It's behind like a thin veil. It's like lifting the veil on a beautiful bride. A very flaky bun. Oh, chunks of fatty pork inside. I feel like there's potential here. A teensy bit dry, but the flavor and the texture of this bun is excellent. Look at this, super thin, and again, so flaky. The pork inside, I mean, some bites are juicier than others, but overall, I think they used just a bit juicier, fattier meat. This will be a home run. Now, the lean parts of this meat is a little dry. That's the only flaw I can find. Otherwise, really good burger. They actually have 2 of these burgers they said were supposed to be excellent, and they wanted me to choose, and of course I really couldn't do it. So this is the lamb burger. This is the Cumin lamb burger. And usually when you eat this in China, it wouldn't have the lettuce and tomatoes or the onions. It would just be the meat in the bun. I love the crunch of this bun. Inside, big chunks of lamb. Oh, cucumbers too. Onions, lettuce, tomatoes. All right, my verdict. I like the pork one way, way better. That one, the cumin flavor is nice. It's spicy. Again, the texture of the bun is amazing. It's way too sweet. And I feel like the extra stuff, the lettuce and tomatoes and the mayo, pretty unnecessary. Like, it would taste really good with just the smoky flavor of the cumin and the spices. I think that with their crispy bun, that's all they need to do with it. It's not bad, but it's not nearly as good as the pork one, which they kept it really simple, and that was nice. But go and get this. Liangpi is excellent, you know, except for that random piece of broccoli. I feel like the broccoli gauze has just been taunting me lately. Like, there's so many dishes I've gotten this, and I think at random times in Korea, just like one piece of broccoli, just sitting there mocking me. I don't like being mocked, especially not by the grand evil of all vegetables. This I haven't had in so long. Xiaomi zhou. This is millet congee. This is something that I used to have all the time when I was a kid. It must have been years since I had something like this. Oh, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. For $2.50. Oh, that just warms my soul up. Wow, this is good. One of the best things I had today. I know that's weird because, first of all, it's really simple. Secondly, it has no meat in there. Thirdly, it's not spicy. Oh, this is home for me though. This is such a comfort food. I think all Chinese kids growing up, we had Xiaomi zhou. And this thing, he mixed pumpkin in here as well. So it's mildly sweet with that great texture and flavor of the millet. Oh, so nice. Look for that congee stand. He's got all sorts of congee if you're not into this. But if you're from northern China, this is home. Would you be my bao bei? These are the buns I was telling you about. Oh, they smell so good. Even from the outside, they smell so good. And this is such a great deal. $3, you get 6 medium-sized buns, fresh from the steamer. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I miss this place so much. Tiny little buns with juicy, and I mean juicy pork filling. That is some of the most scrumptious, umami-filled, delicious stuffing you can find in a mini bun. Guys, again, I may not know much in life. I don't know why Pluto was a planet and it wasn't a planet, then maybe it's a planet again, I'm not really sure. I don't know why I listened to about 10 J. Cho songs and I can only understand about one word. I don't know much, but I know this is one of the best buns you can ever put in your mouth. It's too good. If I can make buns this good, I would just quit everything right now and just go open a bun shop. You know, if I can raise the dough. Get it? Raise dough. Point is, go get this. Trust me, 100,000%, you need this in your life. Oh, and I dip this in my hot oil. I'll make it even better. Also, there's some foods in Chinatown, Brooklyn that I can't walk by without getting, and this is one of them. This is the Crossing the Bridge noodle soup, well, the dry version. And I've been going to this place for years now, and it's still, every time I come to this Chinatown, cannot leave without getting this. Still to this day, one of my favorite noodles. It's still so good. Ah, I miss this place. It's so hard, that's the thing. It's really hard to come. Even though New York City is one big city, traveling between boroughs sometimes, it's just such a pain. If you're a New Yorker, you'll totally understand that. That's why I haven't had this in so long. This is so good. Oh, the amazing springy texture of the rice noodles. The abundant little pieces of beef with the crispy peanuts and the cilantro providing such an amazing aroma. This thing is spicy, it's numbing. The texture is what makes this even more fantastic. Must try noodle dish. The best egg tarts in the city. It used to be better because it used to be bigger, but just like McDonald's, they decided to shrink their food. Must-get item at Brooklyn Chinatown. Each piece, the custard is so creamy with a great caramelized top and flaky crust. Obviously, kind of cold already because just by walking around here, it kind of like walking in a freezer. Still so amazingly good. These are, of course, Portuguese egg tarts, so a lot less eggy than typical egg tarts. These will go great with some tea. Let's go get some.
When making tea, the first pour, make sure you add the hot water and then just pour the whole thing out. This isn't just to wash the tea of dirt or anything like that. It's just to wake the tea up. Also, if you're shopping for tea and you're smelling it, so when it's dry and it's already very, very aromatic, that means that tea is pumped full of perfume and it's supposed to smell good until it comes alive with hot water. Look at this cool cup. Pop this in the oven, it becomes even more flaky. I always wondered about this banana cake. The heck is this? It's like a cake hugging a banana. It's a banana cake with shaved coconut on the outside, hugging a marshmallow on the inside. Not great, not bad. Let me sit over there. This is my first official, I guess, food filming outing since I came back to the US. And I miss Korea, I really do. At the same time though, it is nice to be back and just be in a really mellow, isolated environment. So a couple things are in the works. One is, I told you guys I'm moving to Houston. So I gotta somehow move my stuff from Seattle to Houston. And I'll do that when things get better, hopefully soon. And the other thing I'm working on is I'm working on a long-term visa to live in Taiwan. One thing that living in Korea has taught me is that I want to do more of that. So if I am able to, I'm applying for a 3-year visa to stay in Taiwan. So if approved, that's where I'm gonna move to. So I'll just go back and forth between Houston and Taiwan, and then of course in New York to see my parents. But again, a lot of uncertainty, so who knows what's actually gonna happen. You can have all the plans in the world, but still, never know. Anyway, today was amazing. Haven't been to 8th Avenue, Brooklyn, Chinatown in such a long time. Found a couple places I absolutely adored. The bun place, I forgot how good that was. You guys gotta go there and try out those little buns. You will absolutely fall in love. Also, the crazy amount of char siu they gave me for $6, mind-blowing how much they gave me. And the quality is amazing as well. Anyway, now that I'm back, I'll try to support the local small businesses as much as I can. So anyone knows a real amazing hidden gem that I might have missed, definitely DM me on Instagram. And I do apologize ahead of time if I don't see your message. I do get a lot every single list. I try to respond to as many people as I can, but sometimes I just can't get to everybody. But I do appreciate the messages. And as always, I'll put all the places I went to down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me on this amazing Brooklyn food adventure. Until we eat again, I'll see you later.